this word around PSTN network and switch off and 2025, I think has been bandied about our industry and around technology partners for a number of years. But I think actually, if you think about the knowledge and awareness at a customer level, I think it is still quite low. So let me just give a very brief summary. So the PSTN network is the legacy telephone network supplied by Openreach and BT that basically was the network that carried all of our copper-based analog services, and that has done that for tens of years. Now the reality is that network is becoming less reliable, more costly to maintain. You know, the number of faults on that network alone have increased by 20% in the last year. So they're at a point where Openreach and BT want to shut that network for a more efficient all IP network. So they have been working furiously in the background to build out this capability. And the idea being now that over the last few years, what they want to do is to migrate seamlessly customers off that old network onto new. Now the reality is they now want to stop supporting that old network. So the fact is there is a compelling event coming for all of our customers, and that means that you have to move your assets. And December 2025 was the original closure date that we've talked about in the industry for a number of years, ever since sort of 2017. Now, as a result of recent announcement, you might have heard on the news or in any marketing you might have read, but there has been a further delay to that, to now 31st of January 2027. But all it is a pause. The reality is BT and Openreach were never going to be successful in moving all of their assets between now and 2025, and in consultation with the government they've realised that that was an unrealistic expectation, particularly around some of the vulnerable customers on the network, and therefore they've extended that for 12 months. Absolutely. So the journey is really in two parts. There is obviously the underlying connectivity and internet access that exists on the PSTN network, and then of course there is the voice component. So both of those things at the moment run across that analog network, and clearly there is a need to move both of those to a new service. You might not have either of those services with Chess. You might have purely the connectivity element, or you might have purely the voice element. And what we can do is we can help you migrate any of the services that you require within that overall package. You know, there are options as well. We have a product that we have available to us called MPF. So that product enables you to move your connectivity or voice to a different network, and that network still allows you to use analog services till at least 2030, and that actually avoids you needing to move to IP, voice and telephony. But alternatively, if that is a move that you want to make, we have FTTP, we have Sajir, we have SOTAP, we have all of those products that you would need to make a successful transition for your business over to those new services. Chess is very lucky to have thousands of customers on their base that we provide services to across the PSTN network. Thousands of them we've actually already migrated successfully onto new future-proof solutions, but there are still lots of customers that still have that journey to go on and go through. So the reality is, if you're an existing customer, you will have a sales representative that is aligned to your account that you can reach out to. There's loads of good information on our website, and I think the reality is we have got a portfolio of products that actually can meet all of the user cases that you might need for your business. And that means that we can talk to you about the options, the differences in those options, what it means for you commercially, and also what are the key features and benefits of those individual options as well. We can do that because we work with a number of tier 1 vendors and suppliers and partners to bring those best of class products to market. And actually, we want to find the right product for you, the customer. So all I would say is reach out to us. We have got the solution there. We'll be able to tell you whether you can move now, whether you can move in 3 weeks or 3 months. But the reality is, let's get the plan defined and get that agreed, and let us help you move so that you've got no concerns about any news about PSTN network switch off. Act now. Don't wait. Just make sure you've got a plan.